Welcome to another excellent tutorial from Maxite Design Studio. My name is Jeffrey Atherton, and today we're going to take a look at how to create a commercial backdrop, like a studio backdrop, and a product hovering over the table with a shadow on the table. So that's a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. First, what we need is our backdrop. So to create that, we're going to simply, on our background layer, we don't need any new layers, just on the background layer, we're going to come up to Filter, come down to Distort, and to Lens Correction. Look over here for Vignette Amount. We're going to bring that down, bring it down all the way for now, and the midpoint, bring that down all the way. And then we can make an adjustment from there. Let's bring the amount up a little bit. That's fine. Hit OK. And there we have a nice vignette background, but we don't have our table yet. That's easily fixed by hitting Control J, which copies the layer. It creates an exact copy of the layer we were on. And then we're going to hit Control T, drag the top down of that layer, resizing it to about there, and hit Accept it with the check mark. And there. That's how easy it is to create a cool little studio table for any kind of image or any kind of marketing item, product, whatever you want. Alright, now we're going to drag in our product. And don't laugh, it's an old-time camera. And I've already removed the background around it, so it's got its transparency. We're just going to drag that in here. And let's try that again. Drag that in here and drop it. And it creates its own layer. We don't need this anymore. So we're going to expand the window we're working with by hitting the Consolidate All to one window. And there's our camera. And already it's looking pretty cool. It's just floating above the table with a nice studio backdrop. But we need a little more realism to it. So we want a drop shadow. Now, a couple tutorials ago, I showed you how to create better drop shadows, so I'm not going to take too much time going over it. If you want to know, if you want it in a little more detail, just visit the Better Shadows, Better Drop Shadows, I think is the name of it, in my tutorial section of my website. But right now, we're going to right-click, click Blending Options. We're going to click Drop Shadow. We're going to raise these sliders a little bit. We want to get, there we go, just about like that. That's fine. Say OK. Now that's not the drop shadow we want at all, because we want the drop shadow down here on the table. So what we're going to do is go over here to this FX icon and right click, come down here to Create Layer, and it puts that drop shadow on its own separate layer, so we can then select it and configure it. With Control T, we will drag the top down, so we create kind of a perspective. Let's drag that down here. You see already it's starting to shape up. Let's tuck it in just a little bit, maybe a little flatter like that. That's not too bad. And let's commit to it. And there we have it. You've got your floating old-timey camera over the studio backdrop and the desk. Boom. Just that easy. Now, if we wanted to go one step further, which we will, let's create a new layer above our top layer, above our camera. Come over here to Brushes, click on Brushes, pull down the brush dialog, and we're going to open up another brush, and you will have these brushes, even if you don't have as many as I have, you will have these. And the brushes we are looking for are called Assorted Brushes. There we go. And we're going to say, no, we're going to append it, because I want to use these other default brushes as well in a minute. So we're going to take this number 25 right here. This is actually called Crosshatch 1. And we're going to make a little glint. So we click on that, and we come up here, close that dialog. Now we want our white to be the foreground color. So an easy way to do that is just hit X. If you have your white, your black and your white, that just switches them. So we take our little glint, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to click right there. And you know what? I think I want that to be bigger. So let's Control Z out of that. Come back up to the brushes, and there was a bigger one, which is a 48. Let's try that and see what that does. That's what we want. There's one, there is two, and there is 3. See what that gives it? Just a little, gives a little glint there. Now we need to add just something else here. Let's get a 35, too big, 17, yeah, 17. This is a soft brush, 17 pixel soft brush with the hardness all the way down, and we're going to click just in the center of each of those glints. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Just that little origin of the glint. Boom. And there it is. There you have it. There's your product hovering over the table with some little glints on it. So you got a lot of tips all in one tutorial. Experiment around with it and have fun. Thanks for watching.